LeBron James squared off against our guy LaMelo Ball, and LeBron showed out 37 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Do you think he wanted to send a message to LaMelo and the media with this performance?
The media. So LeBron James has only missed one game this season. He understands that Joel Embiid was the favorite going into All-Star break, who's not currently playing. He's looking in his rearview mirror at what Giannis is doing. He understands what James Harden is doing. And LeBron knows if I show up and send a message every night in the regular season, I'm going to force/bully the media into making sure they give me my next MVP title. Y'all ain't gonna ignore me this time. Y'all can't say load management. Y'all can't say AD did all of these things. I'm leading the Lakers this regular season. Where's my trophy?
Absolutely. I think that when Joel Embiid got hurt, there's a little tiny part of LeBron that was excited about it because Joel Embiid was the front runner to win the MVP. But now with Embiid out, it is clearly LeBron's to lose, and I don't think he will. And there's something else that's in play here as well. If the Lakers have the best record in the Western Conference, that pretty much solidifies him as the front runner of the MVP, and that might be the case soon because the Jazz, who were so hot going into the All-Star break, have cooled off. Case in point, last night, the Jazz lost to the Wizards. Now, Jalen, what do you think this means for the Western Conference and for the Jazz that they haven't been playing well lately?
I want to shout out Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, who are playing like the backcourt I thought they would as the season started. And Russ has been on fire with his triple-doubles and getting numbers. And shout out to his Why Not Foundation, who partnered with LA Unified in order to give support to students in Los Angeles metropolitan area. That's a beautiful thing. But back to basketball, the Jazz defense isn't what it used to be. That's the difference. They're gonna make open threes when they get the opportunity to shoot them. But their defense isn't what it used to be. And when the opponents are shooting higher field goal percentages, getting more points in the paint, that ain't the Jazz playing at their strength. They have to get back to their initial identity.
Yeah, especially with Rudy Gobert protecting the rim, you wouldn't expect the point in the paint for the opponents to be that high, but yet it is. Now, Jalen, we're talking about the top teams in the Western Conference, and the bottom team in the Western Conference, the Timberwolves, have themselves something to celebrate. Anthony Edwards has been playing really well lately. The number one pick had 42 points last night. Karl-Anthony Towns had 41 as well. What do you think about this resurgence from Anthony Edwards?
I think I got something for the people. Do you think the Sixers are better without Joel Embiid? Do you think that they should reseed the draft picks 1, 2, and 3? No. Each team got exactly what they wanted. The Minnesota Timberwolves understand that they have D'Angelo Russell under contract, so they needed a contrast to him, somebody that came with power and physicality, that had the upside of an Anthony Edwards. If you're the Golden State Warriors, you needed the height that Wiseman provides and the ability to rim run and to block shots and give them an interior presence. And if you're the Hornets, you need LaMelo Ball to be box office, somebody that can roll the dice and be a superstar. So each team, to me, got what they wanted in this draft, and it's great to see Anthony Edwards starting to find his rhythm and putting up big numbers, in particular, playing alongside Karl-Anthony Towns. I was just happy to see Big Cat smile. After everything I know that he's gone through from the outside during the pandemic, losing family members, in particular his mom, as somebody that's dealt with that recently, I understand how tough that is for him. So I was just happy to see him with a smile on his face and getting big numbers.
Well put, Mr. Rose, and I totally agree. I think that the Timberwolves had Karl-Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, they needed a wing, they got Edwards, and then the Warriors had the Splash Brothers, so they get Wiseman. They're drafting for fit. I think LaMelo Ball's the best player in this draft, but as you so well eloquated, I think they all drafted for fit and got exactly what they wanted at the top of this draft. And the Timberwolves are so bad that Anthony Edwards is given the opportunity to grow and learn, and then you get things like this, a 42-point performance from a rookie. And if you look at those names that surround him on that graphic, that is some very good company to be in. An actual win for the New York Knicks. Keep moving and hit the brakes.
You know what? Just because Julius Randle balling, hit the brakes.
We'll hit the brakes on this one. Jalen, I joked that they got wins against the Sixers and the Nets just for competing and keeping it close. This was a close game, but it was an actual win for the Knicks. Are they going to make the playoffs?
All I know is that Spike Lee had to crawl for all of you Knicks fans to fly. Charles Oakley had to crawl for all of you Knicks fans to fly. So enjoy. Big shout to Julius Randle with 17 assists. Yeah, they're going to make the playoffs. I'm happy for Tibbs instituting a culture in New York City with the Knickerbockers.
I will caution Knickerbocker fans optimism because they do have the second hardest schedule in the NBA post All-Star break. Moving on. Dame Lillard did something really interesting last night in the game. He had 38 minutes he was in the game, put up a lot of points, but had 0 assists. Jalen, how do you play 38 minutes in an NBA game with the ball in your hands and have 0 assists?
This is how, dog. I'm the recipient, dog. You don't see Kyrie Irving, you don't see Steph Curry out here trying to lead the league in assists, dog. They need him to get buckets. They need him to be a leader. They need him to finish at the hoop. They need him to shoot threes. I only get assists when other people make shots. I got to bring him on the show and joke with him about that. Stay tuned.